Today we're going to be taking a look at the Optronics LED 6-function trailer tail light for the passenger side, part number STL14RB. It's also available for the driver's side with a 7-function using part number STL15RB. So here's what our lights look like once we have them installed. Now these are going to be a nice upgrade over incandescent lights, and they're going to last up to 50 times longer since they are LEDs. Now they have 6 functions on them. They're going to act as our tail lights, our brake lights, right turn signal, our side marker light, as well as a side reflector and a rear reflector. Our circuits are going to be completely sealed, which means the light's going to be submersible, which is going to be great for those boat trailers or any other trailers that have a lot of exposure to water. Now, since they are LEDs, we're not going to have to worry about replacing any bulbs or any flimsy filaments. The housing is going to be made out of plastic, and it's going to have a red acrylic lens on it. Our lights are going to be DOT compliant, and they're going to mount on the surface of your trailer, and they do include the hardware necessary to mount them up. Our lights are going to measure 8 inches long by 2 7/8 inches tall by 2 13/16 inches deep. Now, since they are LEDs, our lights aren't going to take very much power at all. Our stop and turn signals are only going to require 0.252 amps, and our tail lights are only going to require 0.135 amps, and the tail light itself is going to have a power draw of 12.8 volts. The driver's side is going to have all the same features as the passenger side, as well as having that added function of the license plate light illuminating it down below. So if you're shopping on our website for different lights for your trailer, I do definitely recommend the LED over some of the incandescents, because our LEDs are going to last longer, they're going to be brighter, take less power, and we're not going to have to worry about replacing any of the bulbs inside. Our lights are going to be extremely simple and easy to install. We're just going to have a couple pieces of hardware to put in place, as well as a few wires that are going to connect to your existing trailer wiring. So now that we've seen what our lights look like and gone over some of the features, let's show you how to get them installed. To begin our installation, we're going to need to remove our old tail light. Now there should be 2 studs that are holding it in place, so you're going to want to grab a socket or a wrench to take the 2 nuts off the back end. And once you have the nuts removed, you can go ahead and push the tail light out, and we can pull it through. Now you want to be careful when you're running your wires through. We can pull our tail light out, and then we can come downstream a little bit and cut our wires. And we remove our old tail light, and then we can grab the new assembly. Our lights are going to come with new hardware, so we're going to have a few carriage bolts, and we're going to have a few slots on the back that we can slide them into. So the easiest way to make sure that you have them in place is just line them up with your old tail light. And we can slide the rounded square section into the slot. So we can take our wires and we're going to pass them through. And we'll pull the excess out. And we're going to line up the bolts with the holes that are in our trailer. And then we can secure them with the flange nuts on the back side. We have one on hand tight. For the other one, I'm going to take my ground wire that has the eyelet on it. I'm going to slide it over the stud and then attach the nut so I have a nice good solid ground. Go ahead and grab a 7/16 socket and we can tighten up the hardware. So we're going to have 2 more wires coming off the back of our light, one green and one brown. So we're just going to attach them to the color coding according to our trailer. So you're just going to strip back the end of your wire. And you will need to provide some butt connectors. Now if you need some, you can pick some up on our website using part number DW05744-5, and that'll be for a pack of 5 of them. Just crimp on our butt connector under our green wire, put the other end of the green wire in, and crimp it down. And we'll do that for the brown wire as well. Now our butt connectors are heat shrink connectors, and I'm going to be using a heat gun to shrink them down. But if you are using an open flame, such as a lighter or a torch, I want to remind you to be extra careful to not burn or char the connector or the wires themselves. So now I'm just going to take my wires, I'm going to bundle them up, and then secure them with a few zip ties. That way, down the road, if I need to make any kind of repairs to the wiring, I'll have this extra wire here, but it'll be tied up out of the way. So now that we have this one in, if you did order a set, go and repeat that on the driver's side. The only difference is that there's going to be a little bit different color wires. With our lights all wired up, we can go ahead and check to make sure all the functions are working properly. So we can see our tail lights come on, as well as the brake lights and the right turn signal. And that'll finish up your look at the Optronics LED Trailer Tail Light for the passenger side, part number STL14RB. Driver's side with part number STL15.
Thanks for watching. Click the link in our description below to shop, learn more, or visit us at etrailer.com. And leave us a comment if you have any questions.